So you like the idea of wearing a bracelet or multiple bracelets, but you don't really know how to get started. That's what this video is all about. Before we get into it, quick wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing the Seiko Sarb 033. It's probably one of the best watches you can find under $500. If you can find it for under $500 right now, because it was discontinued and replaced with a slightly different version that a lot of people don't like as much. So it is actually a little hard to find this for under $500 right now, or even at all. It's just out of stock in a lot of places. But if you can find it, it really is a steal, and it just makes you appreciate Seiko in a whole new way, even if you already like the brand. Well, I could talk about this watch all day, but this video is about bracelets. And I think bracelets are one of the easiest accessories to pull off. They're great by themselves. They're great with other accessories. They go nicely with watches. You can dress them up or down. They can be very affordable, but there's also a lot of high-end stuff. They're easy to mix and match, and they're just a really great way to start wearing more accessories. So in this video, I want to talk about a few bracelet styles that you might want to try, and we'll talk about the kind of pros and cons of each style. I'll show you some bracelets from my collection. Of course, I'll link to everything you see in this video down below in the description, and then I'll also answer some frequently asked questions about wearing bracelets. So let's talk about some popular bracelet styles. And a quick note on sizing here. Some styles are adjustable. So you might see a bracelet that's like a one size fits all, but it's actually adjustable. Other styles, you have to get your specific size. So they're kind of like socks. Like you'll see a bracelet come in small, medium, and large, and there's usually a size chart wherever you're buying it. So it's not that hard to find a bracelet that fits your wrist. You know, even for me, I have a pretty slender wrist, and I can always find a bracelet that fits. The first style I want to talk about is the metal cuff. I really think if you could just have one bracelet, even just one accessory for the rest of your life, I think the simple metal cuff is a great choice. You can dress it up or down. You can find very minimal versions or more elaborate versions that have etchings and engravings and even gemstones embedded in the metal. These can be very affordable, like just regular stainless steel or silver-plated steel, or they can be very high-end, you know, if you get a solid gold cuff. The one drawback to these is they're not really stackable. Like I wouldn't wear a metal cuff on the same wrist that I'm wearing a watch, because they'll clang together a little bit and they'll cause little micro scratches on each other. So, you know, metal cuffs are not the best bracelets for stacking in my opinion, but they look great worn alone. A kind of variation on this is the metal chain. Again, you can dress these up or down. There's lots of different widths and styles to choose from. So for example, this is a 2mm box chain, and so it's very subtle. Like it's very thin, very lightweight. It's almost like the type of chain that you would use for like a pendant necklace, but you can find thicker styles and you can find different shapes of the chain. So this is a box chain, but you can get like link chains or Cuban chains. So, you know, tons of different styles to choose from, different colors, different metal tones, and all different prices, of course. So you can go with just stainless steel or plated steel, and then you can, of course, go all the way up to like gold and platinum. But I like these a lot because if you get a thin style, they can be very subtle. And so it's an easy way to kind of test the waters, test out wearing bracelets without feeling like you're overdoing it or you have some huge accessory on your wrist. And also they're very stackable. So you can stack these with pretty much any other type of bracelet and any other material. Again, just like with the metal cuffs, I wouldn't wear these on the same wrist as a watch because it is metal and it will scratch up against the watch's case. And if the watch has a metal bracelet, it'll scratch that. But I do think the metal chain is one of the best styles for bracelets, right up there with the metal cuff. If you could only own one, I think that's a great place to start. Another great style is the leather wrap. Now you can find all different kinds of leather bracelets, but I like the wrap. This is usually a double or sometimes a triple wrap. So it looks like two bracelets almost stacked on top of each other, but it's just one piece of leather. Compared to like a metal cuff or a metal chain, this is more of a rugged, casual look. You know, I don't know if I'd wear this with like a suit. I definitely wear it with casual, smart casual, and maybe even business casual outfits. Now these leather wrap bracelets can be roped or flat, so it can be like a round shape or just a flat shape, like a strip of leather. You're gonna find a lot of these in different shades of brown and of course black, but you can find them in pretty much any different color. There's also another variation on leather bracelets that are braided. So it's where 2 or 3 pieces of thin leather are braided together, and that's just a slightly, I'd say a slightly more casual version of the leather bracelet. bracelet. Leather bracelets or leather wraps are very stackable, so you can stack them with metal bracelets, rope bracelets, or basically any of the other styles that we'll talk about in this video. They're also stackable with watches, so you can wear a leather wrap on the same wrist as your watch, and we'll talk about how to do that later. Moving on to the next style, we have the simple rope bracelet. These are often kind of preppy, but they can be very minimal. It kind of depends on what color and pattern you choose. These are definitely more of a casual look, and they're made for stacking. They're perfect. Traffic noise. These are definitely more casual, and they're great for stacking. You can wear them on the same wrist as your watch. You can wear them with other rope bracelets or really any other material that you like, metal, leather, whatever. You can find them in all different colors and patterns. Some of them are very subtle, some of them are more bright and preppy, but they're all the same. They're just this soft rope material. Sometimes they're made out of like paracord, but usually just like cotton or nylon. Just a very casual, very lightweight, easy wearing bracelet. A variation on the rope bracelet is the nautical bracelet. Now these are definitely more preppy, especially if they have a little anchor or hook clasp. They're often colorful or they have striped patterns, but you can find them in solid colors and more subtle colors as well. These are super casual. They're very stackable. You can wear them on the same wrist as your watch. You can stack them with other rope bracelets or leather or metal bracelets, or you can just wear them on their own. Just like the simple rope bracelets, they are very casual, so probably wouldn't wear these in any sort of like business environment, but you can wear them with smart casual or casual outfits. And then finally, we have to talk about the beaded bracelet. Now, the beaded bracelet style is a little bit divisive. I know a lot of people don't like the style at all, which is fine, but if you do like it, you should totally wear it. Beaded bracelets are definitely more youthful. They kind of have like a beachy vibe, but more in like a surfer kind of way, not in a my dad owns the yacht club kind of way. To be safe, I would stick with smaller sized beads in neutral colors like charcoal or black or brown. And if you do have thin wrists, I would avoid the really big beads. You know those bracelets that look like you got them from a gift shop on the boardwalk? Try to avoid those. Beaded bracelets are definitely more casual and they're very stackable, so you can wear them with metal chain bracelets, leather bracelets, ropes, you know, basically any other style, even cuffs. You can definitely stack them with watches as well. Speaking of stacking, let's talk about some frequently asked questions about wearing bracelets. So the number one question is how to combine or stack multiple bracelets. First of all, I would go with 2 or 3 max. I think people kind of overdo it. They have like this sleeve of bracelets like over their watch and it just looks like too much. So I think 2 is the sweet spot, 3 max. But yeah, you can definitely wear multiple bracelets on one wrist. I would also try to mix the materials. So rather than going metal on metal, I would go like leather and metal or like rope and beaded. Speaking of mixing and matching, another question is, can you mix metal tones? Like, do you have to wear all gold tones or all silver tones? And the answer is yes, you can definitely mix metal tones. This is one of those menswear rules that's very outdated. You can definitely ignore this rule. I'd say in your outfit in general, with your accessories and your belt buckle and, you know, your watch, your wedding ring, definitely mix up the metal tones. If you have a gold wedding band, you can wear a silver watch and a silver bracelet. I've even seen bracelets that are two-toned. So, for example, a metal cuff that's gold on one side and silver on the other. So your metals definitely don't have to match. People also ask about wearing bracelets with watches. So yes, you can stack bracelets on the same wrist as watches. You want to wear them below the watch, so they're going to be closer to your hand below your watch. The reason for that is your bracelets are typically worn a little looser than your watch, so they're going to kind of slide up and down in that space, but they won't go past your watch. The only thing here is you want to avoid the metal on metal. So especially if you have a watch that has a metal bracelet, you don't want to wear like a metal cuff, you know, on that same wrist. So what I usually do if I want to wear bracelets and watches at the same time is I'll wear a watch on one wrist and then a bracelet on the other wrist. Or if you want to stack them, you know, on the same wrist as your watch, just wear like a beaded or rope or leather bracelet, basically anything soft. Finally, people often ask about the best brands, basically where to buy bracelets. There are some solid brands out there that aren't super expensive but offer a lot of value, like Beyonce and John Hardy. There's also, of course, designer brands like Cartier. There are also tons of independent jewelry makers on Etsy, so you can find exactly what you're looking for on there. You can even commission custom pieces from a lot of those makers. So Etsy is a great place to look for jewelry. And Amazon is a good place to buy bracelets. There's a lot of affordable options on there, and I don't recommend, you know, trying to pinch pennies when you're buying bracelets, but if you're not sure if you're gonna like a style, I think getting an affordable option just to kind of test the waters does make a lot of sense. So for example, like this metal link bracelet was, I think $30 from Amazon. I'll link to it down below. And now that I've worn it for a little while and I know that I really like this style, it really fits in with my other accessories, I'll upgrade to something nicer eventually when I replace this. So my point is, if you're not sure if you're even gonna like wearing bracelets or which bracelet style is best for you, just get a couple of affordable options and then wear them, see what you like, and you can always upgrade later on. I hope this video has convinced you to give bracelets a shot. If you have any questions for me, of course, leave them down in the comments section. Thank you as always for watching, and until next time, stay stylish.